Red Dead Redemption 2 title update 1.14. We were all surprised on Monday when we got a big update, about 3 gigs on console. Did it fix anything? Well, we've had a little bit of gameplay and I don't think it did much. Howdy Cowpoke, AustinBMX here, and today we're going to be talking about the title update 1.14 we all just got on Monday. And well, did it really do anything in the game? And I don't think so. It didn't affect any of the major issues per se. If you look at the patch notes for this thing, it actually is just a one-liner and it says various stability fixes. So you see here right now, this is the actual patch notes for the game or for the patch, and it is very, very vague. So what did it actually fix? What are they actually working on? We don't know, and I hope it is something to fix this game soon, but for our gameplay that we've had over the last couple days, we're not seeing much of a fix at all. So we all know there's been a couple of pretty big issues in this game, disconnects for a long time, and most recently, camp as well as animal spawns. Did this update fix any of those? Well, in our gameplay, let's look over a few of them. Let's look at the good first. I believe the camp is working a lot better. And as we go over any of these, let me know in the comments if you guys are having any of these issues still, or if any of them are looking better for you as well. But for the camp, it seems to be working a lot better than it has been in recent times. Recently, we've had major issues with camp, from not spawning when you log into the game, not being able to spawn it once you're in the game, trying to move it, packing up unexpectedly, and just Crips just going on vacation or whatever. And it seems to be related to, of course, we all know what lobby you're in and how many people are in the lobby. Well, recently, in the last 2 days in the game while we've been playing, we've had quite a lot of good luck with the camp. As soon as we log into the game, camp is there for us. We can go to camp, we can do what we need to do. If we log into the game and the camp, like today I logged in the game, my camp was in the same spot it was in last night, out in New Austin. When I logged into the game, I was where I was at when I ended last night, over in Cumberland Falls. I was easily able to move it, happened immediately, not a problem. I started up my posse. When you do that, camp does do some weird stuff, and it did move for me, but it moved immediately. It was right over where it should have been, in the Cumberland Falls, just in a new location. And not a problem there at all. Let me know if you guys are having any better luck with camp. It seems to be working a lot better. We even had an issue where we jumped into a showdown or a race. We came back in, camp wasn't on the map, but I was able to spawn it no problem in a full lobby. So that might be a good thing that they fixed. I wish they would have gave us a little bit more notes to say that they actually did work on that, so we know for a fact that it actually is a possible fixed issue, or if we've just gotten pretty dang lucky. Definitely let me know if you guys are still having major issues with camp, or if it seems to be working a little better. So let's move on over to the bad, the disconnects, right? These have been plaguing the game since the beginning. If you just started playing the game, believe me, we've been dealing with them for almost a year now. There are a few things you can do to try to fix it and negate some of the issues. Maybe even make a video on that if you guys are still having major issues, but I don't get disconnected very often. When I do, usually it's just a bad server and I get disconnected over and over again, but for majority I do not. I did still get disconnected one time in the last 20 hours of gameplay since the update, so it definitely isn't completely fixed. I have had a few people note that they have been playing pretty well, but they have gotten disconnected once or twice. Let me definitely know if you guys are seeing any improvement in this. So that's why we have this listed as bad, because this one's kind of hard to measure unless you get disconnected daily and you just can't play, and all of a sudden now you can. It's really hard to measure this. Like I stated, we usually don't get disconnected very often, but it does happen, and I have still been disconnected once since the update. So this definitely isn't completely fixed, but it may be a little better, is what they said in stability issues. To me, that wording relates directly to these kind of issues and the disconnect problem that we're having. So hopefully they worked on that. Hopefully that did fix that a little bit, but can we tell for sure? No. Is it completely fixed? We definitely know not. Now, moving on to the ugly, and this one is still really ugly. Animal spawns. Animal spawns in the game are still super inconsistent. Worse than inconsistent, they just don't exist if you're in a pretty large lobby. So yesterday we had some pretty good luck after the update, being in mildly large lobbies and having animals spawn quite regularly, not fantastic like it used to be back in the day. Today when we logged in, we tried to get ourselves into a solo. Didn't work with the bounty hunter method. We did get put into a solo lobby randomly when we did a resupply. While we were in that resupply mission, we had animals spawn fantastically. And the way we measured that was right before we did that resupply, we actually did another resupply. And of course, our goal was to get a white-tailed deer and deliver it to the trapper, or I guess he's another trader. And we spent the entire time and couldn't find one at all in the entire Cumberland Forest area and the Heartlands. No white-tailed deer anywhere. So we failed that mission. Went back to camp, loaded up that mission again, and it was the same one. But it randomly put us into a solo lobby. I was all by myself, turned around. All I had to do was turn around, and there was a herd of white-tailed deer everywhere. Got one no problem. For the next 20-30 minutes, for some reason on stream, if you guys watched us, we were in a solo lobby running around. There were animals everywhere. There were wolves, there were elk, there were coyotes, there were foxes, ducks everywhere. Worked fantastic. Then later on in the stream, we were trying to fill our wagon full of alligators. So we were down in the La Grasse area, and guess what? There were pretty much alligators everywhere with a lobby of about 10 people or so. We did some showdown stuff, some races, came back into another lobby in Saint Denis, and there was a full lobby of like 20 plus people. Went over, ran around La Grasse. Guess what? Absolutely nothing. Alligators were extinct. So this problem is still a major issue in Red Dead Online, and I have no idea why Rockstar hasn't put this at their top of their to fix issue list, and at least let us know that they are aware of it and what they're doing to fix it, because this issue is almost game breaking right now with the way animals aren't spawning in the game, which basically is how you do almost half the stuff in this game, and it makes it so the worlds are empty without animals running around. So let me know what you guys' thoughts are on the animal spawns right now. Rockstar definitely needs to get working on this issue as soon as possible. So with any updates to the game, we always ask, what did the game update break now? And well, there was a couple things that popped up that not sure if it's broken or just some mechanic issues, but let me know down in the comments, guys, if we don't mention anything you've been noticing since the update. One of the biggest things we've noticed is the weapon and item wheel. For some reason, it's just really clunky now. It's not working as quick and fluid as it used to. You really have to make sure that you hold that left analog stick on that item that you want to select. I know tonics are having a major issue drinking them right now. Pulling out your binoculars or your metal detector is having an issue. Feeding your horse is having an issue. I'm not sure if this was intentional, if they wanted to make it so people couldn't spam stuff too quickly, or if it's another problem. We have noticed though that it is really inconsistent. A lot of times it doesn't work very well at all. Sometimes it works like it should seem to work, and then other times it just is super clunky and you gotta double tap that item to get it to work. So this definitely is a possible new issue that we hope gets fixed very soon. So another random, not really issue, but different stability thing that we've noticed was anything you do to bring up your satchel when you're talking to somebody. Butcher, Crips, Madame Nazar. I'm not sure if, I think it's the fence too. I think I checked the fence, but for some reason, right when you talk to them all the time now, it pulls up your recents. It pulls up your recent tab, and you actually have to scroll over to donate for Crips or sell for Madame Nazar. It's just one extra little thing that I'm not sure why this is a thing now. It's not really a big issue. You can easily get to that tab, but it definitely is something changed in the game. Not sure if it's intentional or if it's an actual problem that's caused by this update that we got. Let me know if you guys are noticing that issue and if it's something you can live with, or you definitely want to change back to make it easy to be able to select what you want to do when you're talking to somebody. So moving on to another issue in the game that I've noticed quite a lot that I really wish would get fixed is the dang running with Eagle Eye. I know this is actually one of the only And the major reason, while I even did the bounty hunter role so I could unlock the ability to run or ride quickly with your eagle eye on. And this little issue is so inconsistent that it barely ever works. When you're in a good lobby and it's working all right, it usually works no problem. But then 90% of the time, it does not work. And anytime you click eagle eye, you slow down like normal. Or if you're get your eagle eye on, you can't run, the eagle eye completely turns off. Let me know if you guys are noticing this issue, if it's major on your end. We definitely want it fixed because this is one of the biggest little unlocks that we wanted to unlock with the bounty hunter role, and now it just doesn't work like it should. So in conclusion, we did get an update that was supposed to fix stability issues. Did it? I have no idea. I wish they would have gave us a little more feedback on it to what they actually fixed so we can actually see what they worked on, because right now it looks like they didn't do anything at all. If we missed any big issues that you guys have seen in the game right now, definitely let us know down in the comments, and we'll be sure to talk about that and create a discussion on those issues as well. Well, Cowpoke, if you like this video, make sure to smash the like button. If you're new around here, consider subscribing to the channel. Hit that subscribe button right down there for more Red Dead Online content, including tips and tricks, news updates, gameplay, and just good old-fashioned fun. Hope to see you on the prairie sometime, but until then, see you later.